The sun's almost up. It's 4:30 a.m. right now. I mean, it's not up yet. It's still 1 hour to sunrise, and we're gonna do a last bit of packing and get out. So we're trying to avoid hotels just because it's still COVID-19. So we have our blankies here in the back, and then here in the front we got all our stuff. So clothes, I got my camera equipment. So we have like three full bags here of stuff that fit in the front. Then at 6:55 a.m. we put Banff as our final destination and started our journey off to the mountains. So as there was nothing to do, I took the privilege of explaining to you guys how drag works basically on the highway. So in conclusion, what I realized is that you could stay behind a trailer and get like 50 to 100 kilometers more in the Tesla, but it's of no use because you got like a supercharger every 100 kilometers. So I feel like it's more efficient being with the flow of traffic, which is like on 110 speed limit. People usually go 120 or 130, so you can do that in a Tesla. It does drain your battery a little bit faster, but it doesn't really matter because the supercharger, like the trip planner, plans the supercharging stops in a way that predicts it you going 130. So you don't have to worry about like slowing down, staying behind a trailer, going below 110. Like it's basically what I thought when I first started the journey, but it didn't end up being the case. So when I started the journey, Tesla Trip Planner kinda predicted that I'd have around 22% battery life remaining when I started the journey, but I've been behind that truck for a while until I got to Brandon, and when I almost reached Brandon, it said that I'd have around 30% battery life. Like, it's not a total loss staying behind a trailer and getting that extra 8%, but like I said, there's a supercharger every 100 kilometers, so don't stress about being behind trailers like that. This number needs to be around 130 for you to get whatever you see in here. So right now I have 272 kilometers of charge left, and this is less than 130, so I'll get more than what the range that I have right now. So I'll get around 277 kilometers an hour, and see this increased right now, and the projected just decreased a little bit. So when this turns 130, which it did right now, and now it'll show me close to what I should be getting. Yeah. And the thing about staying behind vans or trailers is that whenever you're traveling in the summer, there's a lot of bugs in the road. So you'll see splatters like this. You need to clean your windshield once in a while, but if you're behind a trailer or a van, it's not much, but it's still a little bit, but it's still not as bad as it would have been if I was just going by myself without being behind a trailer or a van. So I set the following distance to about 2, so that it keeps a little bit of distance with me and the trailer in front of me. I can set this to 3. I think 3 would be the best number to follow this van, but I don't want to be too far behind him so that I still get that drag, but I want to be close enough so that it negates most of the drag that this car would have got if it was going alone. Basically, when you don't put your hands in the wheel, Tesla will recognize that. It'll wait for a while, and I'll show you. There's going to be a notification that pops up that says I need to pay attention to the road. It's for safety for everyone, like that. So right now it wants me to apply slight pressure because it can't feel my hand anymore. So I'll put my hand here. A lot of people like hang a bottle of water from here, which is very unsafe. Like, the safety systems are there for a reason, for your own safety. So don't do that. Just keep your hand here. If you accidentally fall asleep, because it's quite boring in a Tesla, because you literally don't have to do anything. Like, I haven't touched the car for almost an hour now. I do have to put my hand here so that the car knows that I haven't fallen asleep. Another thing about being staying behind trailers is that I have a radar here. So it can see any deers or animals, especially when we get to BC or when we pass Saskatchewan. We're gonna see a lot of deers. We're gonna see a lot of deers here, but after we pass Saskatchewan, we're gonna see a lot of moose, which is the worst, because like if you hit a moose at going 100 kilometers an hour, it would be like you'd have a slim chance of surviving that. If it were to happen, like the safety systems would break, and hopefully in time. My radar can see through this truck, so if there's any deer or moose that comes into the road, Tesla will brake nonetheless. And also, staying behind a trailer, if they can see, they have a better view of the road, so they might brake when they see a moose. Or even if the moose were to like jump in front of us, it would hit that trailer first before hitting my car, so I'd have more time to brake and Tesla would have more time to brake. So that's another good thing. So right now that's braking, my car's braking too. I haven't put my, I'm just like relaxing right now. I haven't put my foot there. Once in a while I'll just change this or keep my hand here in order to let the car know that I'm still awake. One awesome thing about the Trans-Canada Highway is that most chargers are like, these are all level 3 chargers. So as you can see here, we'll have to stop at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 superchargers. So our cost should be around less than $60, I'm guessing. Let's see if my estimate is right. And these are all level 3 superchargers, so they should be taking anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. So if you guys have seen my other videos, I don't really charge I don't really use the superchargers. The last time I charged was around April, and right now it's July 27th, so almost 4 months, like let's say 3.5 months. So I utilize all the free chargers in Winnipeg, and that's how I've been charging for free. Like, I haven't really spent much money on this car after I bought it. It's just the car payments, that's it. And now I'm gonna be supercharging. To get to BC, it would normally cost around like $120 or more in gas, in a gas car. And let's see what it costs me in a Tesla. Whenever you're road tripping with a Tesla, you need to take into consideration a few things for range. So right now we're going downhill, so it's barely using any energy. Like, it's using a little bit energy, as you can see here. And if I pull up energy, you'll see that 161, because I was going uphill, now I'm going downhill, so this is going down and this is going to go down too. And there's a few things. So what I mentioned was drag, which is air resistance, so that's why I'm behind this van for almost like an hour now. And also the climate in your car. So right now I put it to 20 degrees Celsius. I turned the AC back on again because I thought it was like nicer with the AC on. It felt nice. And also I don't know if you can hear it, it's super silent. The only thing that you can hear are the tires and the wind. There's no engine noise because it's an fully electric car. So there's that. So that looks like a water tank. It's an oversized load, so I have to stay a little bit far away from it. If you're staying behind a trailer, I wouldn't really recommend staying behind like trailers that have that, like dangerous placards, because it has dangerous goods inside. So I'd say stay safe, like stay behind a trailer that doesn't have any dangerous goods in them, like gasoline or whatnot. So that's why I've been following this truck for so long. So it looks like you need to get into the highway to get an accurate plan from a Tesla. From the Tesla. So right now when we started, it said I'll have 19% when I get to Brandon, but right now it's staying put at 30%, and I'll probably have 30% when I get to Brandon. And this is how long I need to stay on Brandon, and I'll be into the next supercharger by 11 o'clock and the next at 1 o'clock. The thing about like road tripping with a Tesla is that in a gas car, yes, you can stop in a gas station and refuel in like 5 minutes, but the thing is when you stop in a gas station, like you take more than 5 minutes. Like sometimes it's like 10 minutes, so it's like P breaks. If you're traveling with your friends, it takes a little bit longer. So in a supercharger, you need to usually stay like this amount of time, so 25 minutes or even less, I think. So is that you plug it in, you go to the gas station or whatever, or there's amenities in these superchargers. I think if I click here, I can see the amenities. Okay, so if I click into the supercharger, I can see the amenities. So there's coffee, there's a restaurant, there's restrooms, there's even Wi-Fi here. So you get to use all of that, you get to refresh, you get to walk around and stretch your legs. And it's almost every 2 hours that you need to stop, which is okay, which is great. I'd say 2.5 hours every time. So that's perfect because you need to stop every 2.5 hours to 2 hours anyways for like bathroom breaks. So yeah, I don't really see the inconveniences in that, and plus I'll be spending almost less than half of what I would have been spending in a gas car, and also I don't have to drive majority of the trip. Like I'm being driven by this Tesla almost like for the last hour. I just had to take control once in a while to change lanes because I didn't buy the full self-driving package. I just have basic autopilot. So yeah, it's pretty great. So right now we've reached Brandon. We're in Brandon right now. We're just going to the supercharger. It's 6 minutes away right now. We just got to take a left in a kilometer, and as you can see here, it says preconditioning battery for fast charging. So it used to be here, but right now I guess after the update they moved it to there. Let's see how fast it is. It says it's gonna take like 25 minutes, but let's see if it actually takes that long. Superchargers are located in very convenient spots. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's Walmart right there. There's like Dollarama right there. There's Freshie. So like you can walk around, you can do whatever you want. There's Best Buy right there. So it's like it's in a strip mall, and the supercharger is right there. So you can do a lot of things whenever you're supercharging. Also, you can just like if you don't want to walk around, stretch your legs, you can also like stay in the car and watch Netflix. So there's that. To the superchargers, I guess you could park both ways, this way and that way, and mine's still charging. I guess I have like around 5 minutes left. Let's get in and see. So the rate of supercharging, it reduces as your battery charges more and more. So right now we only have like 5 minutes left. Let's see, and it cost me around $5.88 now, and I wonder how much it would cost me for the entire session. So yeah, I'll give you an update on that too. Right now it's almost done supercharging. It says 5 minutes left. What I can see here is that I'll have 5% when I get to Whitewood, Saskatchewan. I don't want that. I want at least 10% of battery life or a little bit more, so that I have a little bit of breathing space and I don't suffer from range anxiety. So yeah, let's get that to like around 15%, and that's when we can leave. Right now we're up to 20 minutes, so I guess Tesla's estimation was right. It does take 25 minutes to fully charge, and I guess I'm gonna wait until it fully charges. My supercharging is complete, like at least Tesla says it's complete. Tesla's saying I'll have around 10% when I get to Whitewood, Saskatchewan. So let's see if that's correct, because when I started the journey, Tesla said I'd have 19% battery life remaining when I reach Brandon, but I had 29%. So let's see if this is correct as well. But I also want to get this to around 15% before I start my journey. Even though Tesla says I can continue my trip, I still don't want to suffer from range anxiety. That's why I'm gonna leave the charger on for just like 2 more minutes until it gets to 15. This gets to 15%, and then I'll continue my trip. And this is a very nice supercharger. It's like right beside Dollarama. There's like you can shop around RD. There's like Ashley's Home Store. And I kind of like Brandon. It's hilly. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera, but it's kind of hilly and it's green. I love it. And there's like restaurants there. There's Freshie, there's DQ, and there's Walmart as well. And on the other side of this building, there's Safeway as well. So there's that. The estimate that Tesla gave was right. We did stay 25 minutes at the supercharger, but we did charge a little bit extra than what Tesla recommended. So maybe Tesla overestimates. and we ended up spending $8.19 for our first supercharger stop. So right now we're continuing our journey through Brandon. It says I'm gonna have around 16% of charge left when I get to Whitewood, Saskatchewan. Let's see if that's correct. I'm gonna get my speed a little bit up. And we're just crossing Brandon right now. We're in Brandon, and the next stop is at Whitewood, which is around 1 hour 45 minutes. We've entered Saskatchewan. We're in Saskatchewan right now. We're 41 kilometers away from our supercharger. We have 100 kilometers left, like around 25% battery life left. There's some windmills over there. Looks like there's more if you look closely. So Tesla supercharger said I'd have around 12% left, 12% of charge left when I get to the supercharger. Unfortunately, I didn't have a trailer to follow this time, so I got all the drag and wind resistance in the car, so that really drained my battery. And this was at 22%, and now it's at 16% because I've been going pretty fast. Like I've been going 110, and my energy consumption has been a lot because it also got a little bit warmer and my AC is running. So that's one of the reasons I have to stop for this supercharger. But this was already planned ahead by Tesla trip planner. So I guess I just have to sit in this supercharger a little while longer. So I have to sit here for 25 minutes. So we're almost at this Whitewood, Saskatchewan supercharger. So the last time we supercharged, it cost us like $8 Canadian. So it's less than I expected because I thought I'd be spending around $10. So right now I have 84 kilometers left. I have 25 kilometers of journey left. I'm almost to the supercharger here, and if I click here, it shows me there's 6 stalls and 6 stalls are available. So it's a Tesla level 3 supercharger. So this is the fastest, and it runs from one end of Canada to the other, like I mentioned, and also at the same time they'll tell you how much it costs to charge. So right now charging cost is $0.20 or $0.40 per minute. I don't know how that works. I don't know when it charges 0.40 and when it charges 0.20. So right now, if I click here in the supercharger, it'll show you where it is, and then it seems that there's a restroom that we can go to. There's a restaurant, and also there's a grocery mart, I think. So you can also shop here as well. And this supercharger is literally connected to the highway. So you just gotta take a left. There's a Petro-Canada here as well, so it might have electric vehicle charger there as well. And then if you zoom in more, it'll show you that there's actually, like the Tesla superchargers, there's 2 Tesla superchargers. So when we go there, we'll see it. There's probably 3 here, there's probably 3 here. So let's see. So we're just a minute away from the supercharger. It's in a very convenient spot. The Brandon one, we had to take a left and then drive 5 minutes into the city and then 5 minutes back, so that's a 10-minute waste. Unlike this supercharger, we just need to make a left and we'll be in the supercharger. It's literally off of Trans-Canada Highway. And there's more superchargers like this, but I don't know why Tesla wanted me to stop at the Brandon, because Portage La Prairie had a charger like this too. So maybe that's one thing that Tesla could work on. So we pulled in left to the supercharger, and it's funny because there was a co-op gas station here. Nonetheless, if you look closely, as we go further into the station, you can see that there's a construction going on for another EV charger. So Petro-Canada is already working on full electric highway. So almost every other Petro-Canada has like an electric charger. And I've talked with the guys here in Co-op, and they've mentioned that they're trying to do the exact same thing. So with I can charge my Tesla here, or I can charge it there, depending on where it's available. So if there's too many Teslas parked out there, I'd have the option to charge there. And also other electric vehicles who has like fast charging available, they can also charge in Co-op stations like this. So unlike Petro-Canada, Co-op still has no active chargers yet. This is going to be one of the first chargers here in the electric highway. We just have to give it a little bit of time before all the gas stations adapt to fast electric charging, and hopefully other EVs will be able to go across Canada as well. And that concludes today's video. Stay tuned for next week's vlog, where we cover part 2 of the 16-hour road trip to Banff. Smash that like button if you learned something new from this video, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification button to be notified of future videos that I post on this channel. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.